Welcome to Yoda Soda Creations podcast. Group of friends to which others is talking about recent TV older recent. You're not the only one that handles with. You're not the only one that has to deal with background motors.
Yeah. So,
Doubleheader this week.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I believe I mentioned that I was out camping, and yeah, there's like no phone reception at the cabin. Well, for like 3 out of the 4 of us. Like we who had Verizon, it's like nope, nothing out here. So yeah, that wasn't. Yeah. So I have quite a bit to talk about. So the trip itself, pretty nice. Let's see. First night there, we went out to Dick's Burgers. It was okay, but personally, it's basically in and out. And then Sunday, we went to the zoo, and actually, I got myself a Canadian plush. Very nice. And we also went to Pike Place Market. I swear that place never changes. Yeah, the comic book store is still there. And, yeah, that was very nice. Monday night. Not Monday night. Oh, right, Sunday night. We went out to Wiener Schnitzel, because it's the closest one in Everett is the closest one to where we live. And let's see now what else. Right, Monday we went to the pier and Uwajimaya, and actually picked up a few more things for the show. Not this show, the Snack React. And actually, upon suggestion from one of the people that was with us, I renamed Sarcasm's restaurant reviews to Eat It or Yeet It. I figured that it gets something catchy, more catchy name, and it's more inclusive to non-restaurant stuff. So things like ice cream places or fast food places. And then Monday night, I actually went home early because we were split between 2 cars, and the guy I was carring with, yeah, his meds make him really groggy, and he had a doctor's appointment on Tuesday. So to make sure he wasn't too groggy to drive, we went home on Monday night. Tuesday, I finally set up my computer. Well, for the most part. Actually, I had to wait an additional day to actually get the 8 terabyte SSD in, and the actual hard drive from the old desktop. Yeah, I had to figure out how to squeeze my hand in there to get the SATA power plug in. Yeah, not fun. But it's all together. I transferred all the files over, and actually I'm doing this on the new rig. And boy oh boy, it is going to do wonders for my productivity, because I did a render test. 2 of them, really. So it took, for an 11-minute video, it took only 2 minutes to render. For a 3.5-hour video, about 40 minutes. That is the power of an RTX 3080. And keep in mind, that's only with 16 gigs of RAM. I plan on upgrading to 48. But yeah, that'll make going through video editing a lot easier. I also finally got my modded DS in. tested that out, works great. Uh, Also, the Art tablet. Waiting on the DisplayPort to HDMI adapter to be able to use that on the new setup. But yeah, it's like I have both monitors set up for the desktop now. I have my laptop still on the table, but it's like it's folded up now, so it's like if I need to use it, it's there, but it's not going to be primary my primary system anymore. And let's see now. Then after that, work. Um, yeah, work was work. Uh, and yeah, I think that's about everything. Oh yeah, I picked up the last issue of the main series comic and the first issue of Generations today. Since I was out and about, I figured I'd hit up the comic store. And oh yeah, I also have a Plex server running on my computer now. So yeah, I can watch all my videos on the go. Well, most of them. Turns out I was doing the proper thing and having my Japanese DVDs in an MKV format with subtitles. It isn't like that. It prefers it when I do my old jank situation of, okay, rip the Blu-ray, extract the subtitles, put the thing as a MP4 file, and then tack on the subtitles afterwards. Apparently that works just fine. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to go through JoJo again. But, whatever. I'm sure it'll go a lot faster now. And for the drink for tonight, I have Mountain Dew Goji Citrus Strawberry. I'm gonna try it out, and like I needed something to pair with the 7-Eleven pumpkin pie treat that I picked up. I figured that works. Besides, like the Jacksons that I got it from was like right by Costco. But yeah. Yeah, I think that's about everything. Yeah, I believe that's it for my week. Oh, right, I should have mentioned before, like, but let me see what I have in the video section. Uh, okay, yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, I don't have any background material for this week. As I mentioned, I've been kind of busy this week, and I've also been helping other people out with chores and stuff, and yeah. But hopefully, like, everything will start calming down a bit. At least until the Christmas season happens, in which case, I basically won't have any days off. That's not entirely true, but it'll be a lot busier. So, yeah. But, like, hopefully I can get some stuff started up soon. I want to finish up my art project so I can get the new channel intro up and running. So if I can go a few days without people needing me to do stuff for them. Yeah. But yeah, that was my week. Very busy. Or that was my past 2 weeks, basically. Because I forgot, like, oh right, we didn't do a thing last week. Eh. So, how was your week?
because I'm the only one to save for Sunday. Anyway. Let's see. Most of the normal to the weekend. We did manage to have a bit more of a successful time with that trip we attempted earlier this month.
Okay.
It's a bit interesting this time around, though. Particularly how this time was. Particularly how this time was at this point reserved for something. By the looks of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he had to do a bit of driving to find somewhere else. Of course, I had to go back from the coastal limit exploration, then try to mark someplace else.
Mm-hmm.
So separated from it, but thankfully managed to reunite.
Yeah.
Then we ended up driving to the pickup locations, but we were packing up.
Hmm.
I think that covers my stuff until tomorrow, which will be this week. Because it's this week, that's where
Yeah.
I think. Because of this week, for me at least, though, it's when things got the most interesting.
Yeah. Sorry, like, I'm just a little tired. Okay, I'm usually tired, but it's like, oh yeah, one of the nights I actually had to sleep on the floor because I was too tall for the futon. I ended up eventually taking the mattress off the top bunk and putting it on the floor. But yeah, like ever since I got back, and my sleep's just been kind of.
So as I can recall, this my cabin sleep's not been exactly floor-based. Even in cases where it looked like it, we would set up a set up account.
Yeah. To be fair, I didn't think my height would be an issue. Well, that and like I was worried that with two people on the futon, I might not hold very well. Yeah.
I think there's only a few times I remember sleeping on the floor, and that was partially before the well, Con came in eventually later, but we used, group group used to do a winter sleepover. Winter sleepover, which included board games, movies, and the next day we would grab breakfast and then run a pool.
Hmm.
For the time being, we can now finally get through our subject last week.
Yep. My Little Pony issues 32 and 33.
I
Night of the
Night of the Living Apples.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm reading this off my Nook because I don't have a physical copy yet. Like, I mean, I plan. I've been meaning to get like filling out the rest of the collection, but things keep popping up. So the comic begins 1,000 years ago, during the battle between Celestia and Nightmare Moon. I think, yeah, she was defeated, but she came back. She got better, and everything's fine. Although some of the mess from back then was still kind of floating around in space. It's like, wait, they were fighting in space? Huh. But hey, whatever. But yeah,
One of
they were
the
just floating there.
actually one of the
Yeah,
images of the moon dictates energy residuals absorbed by asteroids.
yeah. But yes, just like Luna, these two eventually, came back to the planet. And where would they land, you may ask? Well, why other than Sweet Apple Acres? So yeah, there's a thump into the ground, and like, hey, what's that? This Applejack goes to check it out, and like, huh, weird. This tree isn't supposed to be dropping apples yet. How odd. And it just keeps dropping apples, and yeah, it buries her. The next day, so yeah, well, two of the CMC, Sweet Belle and Scootaloo, are hanging out with the rest of the main six. Think, cutie marks, cutie marks, cutie marks, cutie marks. Yeah, that episode hasn't happened yet. But yeah, they're like, what are they supposed to be for a skill we haven't found yet, or do we get to choose it based on things we like? And Birdie points out like, she already liked sewing and designing stuff before her cutie mark, so probably has something to do with stuff you like. Although with Twilight, it's like, before the test, I didn't even know that that was going to be my whole thing. So maybe the other idea might be right. And Spike suggests, hey, why don't you just ask the princess? Like, great idea. Although personally, he totally agrees with Rarity on this whole thing. But but yeah, where's Applejack? Like, she's missing from this whole group thing, and she was supposed to join them for lunch. But we should probably go check out Sweet Apple Acres. sure she's okay. So they head over, and yeah, no one's around. So they check the barn, and yeah, the Apple family's been captured. Oh, and I guess Spike is in a cage now. Poor Spike. One day this stuff won't happen to him. But yeah, it's like, oh, the apples are like, oh no, we've been discovered. Get them. So yeah, that's a thing now. So yeah, they run off like, okay, yeah, we should probably warn everyone about this. Meanwhile, Pinky's like, start the music, it's a chase scene. Like, seriously, Pinky? And unfortunately, the rest of the Crusaders are captured. Scootaloo's being all like, oh, don't worry about that, bring help. Sweetie's like, well, maybe worry a little bit about us. Just. But yeah, apparently the apples are absorbing magic, and they've captured Twilight and Pinkie Pie. Pinkie thinks it's a revenge for all the apple cider she had. Or they had. But one of the apples like, don't leave. Oh, your friends are here. But yeah, they ready the catapult, launching apples towards Rainbow Dash. And fortunately, yeah, they get her. Twilight asks what they plan on doing, to which the lead apple says, gloat. Don't be much gloating. And, take over Ponyville. So later that night, yeah, everyone's out going about town. Mary's asking Pony about the accounting business, and like, yeah, interest rates are dropping so fast I can hear them with. So wait, those aren't interest rates. Those are apples. And yeah, like there must be thousands of them. 7,463. That's assuming 144 apples per every cubic foot. That pony is not paid nearly enough for this. But yeah, it's an invasion. Oh my god, they said, oh hey, Derpy. Like, but yeah, soon they'll crumble before our superior numbers. And yeah, next morning, and yeah, they won. They captured the mayor. And yeah, the apple sets down some ground rules. No Pegasi will be permitted to fly without permission. And spells can't be used against apples. And yeah, like, are these conditions, like, do you accept these conditions? And Mayor's like, yeah, I don't really have a choice now, do I? Though, I have to point out, contracts signed under duress are not legally enforceable. Mind you, the apples are carrying spears, so I don't think they really care about that. So yeah, The apples are having the ponies make catapults and having Rarity make uniforms. What apples need with uniforms, I don't know. Meanwhile, the lead apple is like, okay, where do we attack next? But his advisor's like, Appaloosa. How can we not? But outside the outside the window, Scootaloo's hiding in a barrel. Like, okay, I need to tell the others. And yeah, apparently Fluttershy has a bunker outside her cottage. Actually, that doesn't really sound too weird for Fluttershy, especially early series Fluttershy. But yeah, apparently they're gonna attack Appaloosa and then more cities and then catch a lot. Like, okay, we're out of time, but we need more info. Fluttershy's having Angel, do what he can. But yeah, the apples aren't really letting secrets out. So, we need an inside pony. Pinkie Pie's like, are you looking at me? But Twilight points out that she can't use magic on apples, but she can use them on ponies. Applejack's like, you're seriously going by that contract the mayor signed. But it's the mayor. He's kind of like in charge around here, so what the other ponies do reflect on her, and yeah. But yeah, apparently Twilight found a spell that can turn some pony into an apple. Is there anything like that orange transfiguration spell? Season 3. So yeah. But yeah, Applejack wants to volunteer, but they think Pinkie Pie should go. Yes, Pinkie Pie is much better at sneaking and disguises, and getting into places she really shouldn't be getting into, and disguises. And apparently she's closer to a vegetable than Applejack is. Applejack points out that apples are foods. You know what I mean. Like, oof. Harsh. So yeah. Pinkie Pie is transformed, and so yeah, she goes to Sweet Apple Acres, and the guard's like, "Wait, who are you?" "Oh, I'm just a regular apple. Nothing to see here. What's your name?" Um, Apple Pie. Okay, seems legit. But yeah, Pinkie's having a ton of fun. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Uh, yeah, Spike's still in the cage. And he's like, I'm not. Give up, Apple. I'm not telling you anything. Except his name, rank, and serial number. And since he doesn't have a rank or serial number, they won't get that either. Yeah, Pinkie Pie's like, no, don't worry, it's me, Pinkie. And Spike, still facing away, like, yeah, right. But Pinkie promises that it's her. And like, okay, yeah, I believe you now. It's like, okay, get me out of here. So she hops up onto the case that way. How do I unlock something without any hooves? But yeah, a voice from the side announces that only a true apple can open the lock. Like, only apples can use apple products? That seems really limiting to me. No comment. But yeah, this apple reveals himself as Good Apple. But if he's an apple, why is he in a cage? Turns out that the thing that created them created him differently. He doesn't care about conquest the way the others do. And they only seek war because bad apples. Wait, good apple, bad. Oh, God. Really? Fine, fine. Because bad apple is leading them. Good apple's first memory is a battle between siblings. And then they found themselves here, and yeah, well, he was trying to figure out where they were. Bad apple got everyone together and got them on his side. And then locked Good Apple away because he was a good influence. Unfortunately, yeah, one of the guards notices that they're chatting up there, and Jig's up. So yeah, Pinkie Pie has to escape. And yeah, she's trying to get away, and like, stop. But Pinkie Pie points out, wait, your job is to keep people from entering the camp without permission. Yes. Well, I'm not trying to enter, I'm trying to leave. Huh, she does have a point. But Apple was pretty clear, no one gets in. Don't want to overstep our authority. So, can I leave? Oh yeah, sure, go ahead. Like, but yeah. So Pinkie Pie gets away and gets back to the bunker. Like, okay, you're back. Where's Spike? Yeah, about that. Couldn't get him. Okay, but did you find out anything? They're like, yeah, about that. There's this good apple. He's better than bad apple. Bad apple is bad. Good apple is good. Like that. But yeah, the troops are gathering and they're getting ready to attack Appaloosa. So, are they going there by train? Or... Because, yeah, don't forget, that particular... Okay. It did seem like it was kind of an overnight trip. So, like, at least, several hours to get there. Or do they plan on walking there? Or getting into carts and having ponies take them there? I'm probably thinking more about this than the writers did.
I meant to say the title. I meant to say the title how I present, how I pronounce, how I said it. Should have given you an idea of how cheesy it was gonna get.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like... So Applejack's like, oh, wow. Never thought I'd miss the vampire bats until now. Like, yeah, I wish they'd come back. Hey, Fluttershy, do you think you could get a message to them? Maybe they could help out? But unfortunately, the fruit bat sanctuaries on Sweet Apple Acres can't exactly get in there. And that's assuming she could even communicate with them. The only time she could do that was when she was one of them. Wait a minute. There's an idea. We don't need the fruit bats. We have the next best thing. You just have to trust me. Okay. Okay, nice and relaxed. Yeah, very good team. Okay, I want you to remember what it was like when you met the vampire fruit bats. You remember? Yeah. And remember what happened when it changed? That's still part of you. We just need to wake that bit up. And she remembers what it was like to be Flutterbat. And to be continued. And actually, in the cover of issue 33, we actually get this nice image of all of the main six as vampire bat ponies. With the other ponies that don't have wings also gaining wings out of the deal. Like, okay. Gain a, on one hand, you gain an unquenchable thirst for apples, or hunger for apples. On the other hand, you can fly. Doesn't sound like too bad of a trade-off, really.
That cover alone was the thing that enticed me into this two issue part.
Yeah. So yeah, Flutterbat's back. Flutterbat's back, and yeah, keep her tight down. I got the belt. Okay. So Applejack's like, wait, that was your plan? Bring back Flutterbat? How was that gonna help? But Starlight's like, yeah, don't worry, that's only half the plan. What's the next part? Bringing back T-Rex? Oh, no. That's for later. I'm kidding. She doesn't actually say that. Although that would potentially fix the apple problem. So, plan B. Yeah, unfortunately, Flutterbat's just a bit too wild to really be useful, but hey, everyone remember the Breezies? Yeah, you turned us into Breezy so we could wait. I don't like where this is going. So yes, take the same spell using Fluttershy as a template, or Flutterbat as a template, and turn them into vampire ponies. But, unlike Flutterbat, they'll actually retain their intelligence and personality. Like, eh, sure, why not? The Crusaders are like, wait, what about us? How can we help? Like, okay, you guys are on Flutterbat duty. Just keep an eye on her, or make sure you take her out for a walk every now and then. Yeah, don't let her escape. Very dangerous. Can you do that? Sure. She won't get out while we're here. Who wants to bet they get distracted? Or that the apples find the bunker and capture the Crusaders, leading to Flutterbat getting loose. That actually sounds more likely. But yeah, okay, everyone.
Yeah, I was gonna say
You
that
ready?
felt more like the. Yeah, I was gonna say that felt more like they were on Folly.
Yeah, it's like something like that. That sounds like it's leading up to something. Okay, transformation time. So we have Twilight Sparkling, Rainbow Bite, Nosferarity, Drinky Pie, and Appledrack. Like, Rarity's like, yeah, I finally have an excuse to escape now.
Good, jeez.
yeah, back in town, the apples are like, hey, go back to your houses, get off the streets. There's a curfew, you know. But here's something. Wait, what was that? Yeah, probably nothing. Yeah, these guys are as good as guarding as the guards from the Metal Gear series. But yeah, Rarity takes one down, and yeah, they're just sneaking around, and yeah, just picking off the apples one by one. Yeah, they like this whole being sneaky thing, which is good because it's time for the next phase of the plan. So at the Sweet Apple Acres, yeah, they drained all the apples there, and yeah, Spike thinks it's a good look for them. Unfortunately, the locks still only respond to apples. Like, okay, yeah, Pinkie Pie is full of apples now. However, you know what would be even better? Vampire strength. Like, yeah, if all else fails, brute force it. So yeah, they have no idea where these apples came from, but like, Spike knows. The meteor landed in the orchard. That changed the apples. Turns out when you're imprisoned by apples for a while, you tend to hear some things. So yeah, have to go to the meteor. Back with the Crusaders, Fluttershy is really, really hungry. Scooter was wondering why Flutterbat's talking to herself, but I want to feed, I want to be free. Oh, Fluttershy is battling herself. No, you're too wild. You need to control. I am not control. I am hunger. Nothing better but an animal. But I know how to talk to animals. No, nope, nope. Freedom! Back with the group. Yeah, they've been discovered. But yeah, a fight ensues. But yeah, so like, okay, need to get to the meteor, get rid of it. That'll stop this. But yeah, removing the meteor won't stop. It won't stop them. It'll just stop them from making more apples, and they don't need any more. But yeah, unfortunately, it's not looking good for the group. There's way too many apples. It's like, oh no, I don't know what to do. Oh, crud. Flutterbat got loose. And she brought help. That's right, she brought the vampire fruit bats. But yeah, it turns out, while she was, tied up, she learned a bit of self-control. So now she's mostly in control for the most part. And yeah, she can talk to the bats now, and they've agreed to help. So yeah, the group will clear the field. Spike, take care of Good Apple. Okay? So yeah, they they bring the fight to the apples, and yeah, they have them on the run, and they even left the meteor unguarded. Okay, now's our chance. Wait, something's not right. And Bad Apples like, okay, we are not finished. We have not yet begun to fight. Well, we have, but not like this. And if they cannot have Ponyville, they'll destroy Ponyville. And they create basically an Apple Spike mech. Okay, like why Spike? Why not a giant apple? That would have been more on theme for them. Whatever.
Eh, when you're stuck when you're stuck around something, you'll get a when you're stuck around something, that mental image keeps up. Mental image is stuck with you.
Fair enough. But yeah, so all the apples are in there, that thing. So if they can just switch good apple with bad apple, they should be able to influence the others to stop destroying everything. Eh, but you still have to get rid of the meteor. Like, okay, Drink by Spike and Twilight, they can take care of the meteor. Everyone else, deal with the apples. Rainbow, you're in charge of swapping them. Like, okay, team, go. Oh, and the Crusaders finally got out of the basement. And they see the giant apple spike. Like, yeah, maybe we should have stayed in there. But they're quickly rescued by Applejack and Rary. But yeah, the fight is on. And yeah, Twilight's at the meteor. It's like, this seems familiar. It's like, I sense Celestia and Nightmare Moon's magic. And a lot of anger. Yeah, you're gonna have to absorb that. But yeah, it's like, yeah, too much magic. She just cannot absorb it all. So she needs the party cannon. And of course she has the party cannon on her. She never leaves without it. So, where are we aiming it? Up. Yeah, she can't absorb that much magic, and it can't be destroyed, so she needs to transform it into some other energy. So, Spike, this might tingle a bit. So yeah, she is channeling the energy into Spike, and turning it into something he can use. And he breathes fire into the cannon, and it makes fireworks. Okay, why not? It's magic. So yeah, they managed to swap the apples, and yeah, good apple takes control. Like, we don't have to fight. We don't have to be bad. You have sweetness to you too. You just need to listen to it and be good. And yeah, it's all good. So yeah, the next day comes around, and yeah, Celestia and Luna show up. Like, oh, so this is because of that battle we had 1,000 years ago. Whoops. Great. Another thing Celestia unintentionally had on a 1,000-year timer. But yeah, they're giving the apples an uninhabited valley. That way they can have themselves a home. And of course, Bad Apple's locked up. Need to keep an eye on him. And yeah, they'll be forming the Apple Kingdom. And to keep them safe, and to prevent a repeat of this whole thing, Celestia and Luna cast a spell to conceal that sediment from the rest of the world. So yeah, Rainbow asks Rarity if she misses the wings. Rarity's like, not really. Didn't really have any wing holes in any of my clothes. Like, I need to design a whole new wardrobe. But yeah, I thought Blue Mass Celestia, it was smart to give them their own land, especially with, all the stuff they were doing before. And Celestia points out that everyone has bad aspects of their personality. Ego, vanity, stubbornness, and more. Like, they're a part of all this, but, like, you have to rise above that. Like with Fluttershy, she managed to control the savage instincts of her vampire form, and like you need to let their tendencies inform them, but not control them. And yeah, Scootaloo is like, oh, that's kind of cue marks. They're not just symbols of personality or skills or interests. It's kind of a combination. Like when they find the thing that they like more than anything else, then they'll have their mark. Like, yeah, I'm sure it won't be long before you have yours. And they check the flanks. Yeah, not quite yet, but wait a little bit longer. And yeah, Twilight and Applejack look over at where the kingdom would be if it wasn't concealed. I was like, huh. Maybe I just need to return to this valley in the future to see what, you know, what's happened since now. Applejack agrees. Uh, so yeah, time to go home. Think about it's like, huh. Anyone else? Anyone feel like some apple pie? No! Apple cobbler, apple turnover, apple. And Spike's like, you keep that up, you're walking home. And that was the comic. Very interesting. Definitely different. And yeah, pretty good. But yeah. Uh, I'm just.
It's always great when there's a tailing towards fan service. And the moment I saw that cover, I was like,
Yeah.
yes, fair concept. Finding out more and more, especially with stories like this, that's surpri- surprisingly becoming a fan of the silly B movies.
Yeah.
but they also stick to their movie aesthetics, and the one they did here was, according to a lot of people, usually underutilized.
Yeah.
It's obviously a little bit more upfront here, but again, that's the the intent. They were riffing on
Yeah.
classic monster movies.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really love coming back to this one. Pet ponies are always a ton of fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Jen Bernthal of Punisher fame responded to fans wanting to play Wolverine in the MCU. his criteria. His criteria. Does the script move him? Who he's working with? A filmmaker and somebody he's going to work with.
Hmm.
Gets questions asking because it's super important to let people. Castles in my bones. Looks like careful word choices overall, and looks more towards punch return, to be honest. Joel's position where revealed some tragic affection suffered by Joey's character. Behind Rabbit, something that can beset. Version of Dementia. During rest of New York Comic Con coverage, apparently they included some G5 blind bags. Cool.
Nice.
Of course, we had a week round of BTS stuff, including Starboard's concept art, looks at comparison. Early designs. getting some official plushies out there.
Mm-hmm.
It is official. Our, the current Superman is bisexual.
Yep.
Monday ended a near 40 day winning streak. Final total over 1.5 million.
Hmm.
Got a trailer for a new holiday special from Aardman. Robin. Coming November 24th.
Nice.
Got a poster for Inside Job, which by this point is currently out.
The first trailer for Home Sweet Home Alone has been released. Macaulay Culkin is uninvolved. It'll be premiering November 12th on Disney+.
New anime film Belle, coming to theaters nationwide January 14th.
Mm-hmm.
Confirmation for the mid and post credit scenes. Eternals. Equals important weights, but the big surprises. See someone find something unique out of Crow. Accident evolution. Great to me about the right for someone like him to exist.
Hmm.
That same vein, the teaser and poster has also been released.
Yep.
Got the title of Wes Anderson's next film starring Bill Murray. A Straight City, currently shooting in Spain. Season 11 guest list for Curb Your Enthusiasm include Harrelson, Vince Vaughn, and Patton Oswalt.
Nice.
Here's things to shape up for What If Season 2. 9 episodes. Get more episode about how she got her Thanos armor. Work apparently started a couple of years ago. Everything's already written out. Black Widow Eternals and Shang-Chi confirmed. All character stars. Less Armageddon. Will Poulter set to play Anna Wardlock in Guardians 3. Deep Page, George McKay were in consideration.
The first trailer for the new Scream film is now available. Wait, what? And yeah, copy yes on that one. Supposedly, apparently Goku could be coming to Nickelodeon All Brawl. Like, what? Like, I'm just reading this off of the spreadsheet, but like, okay, let me pull up this tweet. Wait, not.
To be precise, it's a DLC tease.
Ah. Yeah, I doubt it.
Well, there's a special poster out for Hunter's 10th anniversary. Command and GNT to stay substantial well for the Kenobi series. Haven't seen this exact character yet. New version of a type of Star Wars character we have seen before.
Tales of the Walking Dead anthology series has been announced for the summer of 2022. The spin-off show has 1 hour standalone episodes featuring characters from the OG series as well as new faces. Wow, we have a lot of stuff on this list for tonight. Yeesh. Yeah, this will be a late one.
Okay, then. Documentary series celebrating cinema Wire, announced by David Fincher.
Apparently a rare two-headed turtle has been found on Cape Cod. My question is, how old is it? And does it know any martial arts? Hey, I'm asking the important questions. Because, at the very least, we've checked 2 of the 4 boxes.
Diamondback terrapin hatchling. Protected nesting site in Barnstable. 3 legs on each side. They named it after the Olsen twins.
Wow.
I was wondering what kind of medical condition to compare this to, and the closest I can think of is when twins are conjoined. Can't say what they sing. Not minding the dark relations of life. Celebration of being off center and being okay. Read the parts of you that don't quite fit in. creators who were probably kids, presumably the first night, and gave some advice. No, no hard drugs, no super movies. Well, honestly, can't think of who he could have potentially filled.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jordan, Caprio, and Jennifer Lawrence role models. Let's see what's on the cover type for that, and also credits songs for Wonka at the iconic Abbey Road Studios.
Eternals is one of the longest MCU films with a runtime of over 2 hours 30 minutes. That's not long. If you want a long film, just watch the extended cut of Lord of the Rings. Nate Moore says Eternals is the first MCU movie that's... Huh? What did you say?
Took the words out of my mouth.
Oh. Go ahead.
I was talking about the Lord of the Rings comparison.
So yeah, Nate Moore says Eternals is the first MCU movie that's really built around a romance as the central relationship. Quote, it's never going to be The Notebook. That's the goal, is for it to be something that's the spine of the movie. Okay.
Green Casnifix treats from every creature's sprit. Marling, Sat, Zalbat, Mentally, Gency, Amateur Sleuth, Center of a Murder Mystery, City, Secluded Retreat. Here's the big one.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a bit around ship hells. Netflix special. CEO response record to Sprint create freedom, even though this means it would be a content some believe is harmful. Cuties and 13 reasons why. Listed examples. They were concerns for release. At this point in time, there had been a company-wide walkout.
Yep.
But yeah, that was quite a stir.
Yeah.
Jessica Connor in talks, strong side Lawrence, and Paula Soren Tio's Mob Girl.
Alan Horn is retiring as Chief Creative Officer of Disney Studios Content effective New Year's Eve. And speaking of Disney, David Gordon Green is set to direct a movie about the origin of Disneyland for Disney Plus.
Pre-production for Halloween Kills, the original Halloween now available in new 4K collector's edition. Megan Fox and Media Machine Gun Kelly. Tall, blonde, ghostly creature. I looked up and it was like, smell like weed. Looked. Then it was like, I am weed. And I swear he disappeared like a ninja in a smoke bomb. Omar says I need to do with Netflix star and executive produce multiple films. Paul Rudd, Farrell, Catherine Hahn. Seeing the first trailer for Shrink Next Door. Series coming November 12th on Apple TV. Quite a few requests from a Sad interview. Actor Way, I appreciate Holland really loves seeing Spider-Man. So that a pleasure you take in real superhero wherever you go. Looking amongst my year, Spider-Man, I think you hit that well. Let's make films that have space for, becoming artists, writers, filmmakers, especially with black talent. It's not like they're lack of opportunity. But you're gonna see how the first year goes, but she's ready for the second. Whenever they call there. Timothy, extraordinary talent and just lovely person. Family. Let's talk about musicians. Hey, I'm gonna Palm Sanderson, Sluggish Pizza, Harry Styles, Never Another Policeman, Ernest Wyama, John Wick Chapter 4, The Weekend, HBO's Idol. Don't Look Up, theater release December 10th, Netflix release Christmas Eve.
The final trailer for Edgar Wright's Last Night in Soho has been released. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Succession has returned on HBO Max. Wait, is that what I think it is? Hold on, let me Google.
I do believe there's a name I recognize amongst
Okay, it's not what I was thinking. Never mind. That should be fine then. Like,
Yeah, Cox and Cuban Colgan. Apparently, some of the papers show Dakota Johnson's showed a list of all-time favorites that included Pierce Spreading, Purge for Lady and Fire, and May It Destroy.
Netflix has approved the release of an NC-17 explicit final cut of director Andrew Dominic's Blonde, starring Ana de Armas as Marilyn Monroe on the platform. Like, okay. Focus Features is set to campaign. Focus Features is set to campaign Thomasin McKenzie in lead and Anya Taylor-Joy in support. Campaign Thomasin McKenzie in lead and Anna Taylor-Joy in supporting for the 2022 Oscars. Sorry, that one read a bit odd. And speaking of Focus Features, they'll also be campaigning Jamie Jordan for Best Supporting Actor and I have no idea how to pronounce that one.
Catriona Belfi, Best Supporting Actress during awards season.
Yes. Yeah, my usual go-to for these things is, if it looks like a name that you'll struggle to pronounce, I'll leave it to him.
Consists of Bombbox, upcoming Wet Nurse adaptation, we're just the production. Adam Driver. Don Cheadle. Drift's character, Professor. Part of this. Nazi studies. Extremely afraid. Death of airborne toxic event suddenly disrupts. Foreign press moving forward with Gloves. Plans to award the year's best performances. Hopefully they'll be in a position to do the show in January 23. Filming is left on Florian Seller's son, starring Hugh Jackman, Lord Dern, Vanessa Kirby, and Anthony Hopkins. Jack and Kirby throwing this away when Darren turns up with teenage son. Looks like Eternal's not the only one with a 2:30 run time. Getting the same with Asaguchi.
Anthony Hopkins and Jeremy Strong have joined Kate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway, Oscar Isaac, Donald Sutherland, and Robert De Niro in James Gray's Armageddon Time. The film is a coming-of-age film inspired by Gray's life in pre-Reagan America set in Queens, New York. Okay.
CAA signed four-time Oscar nominee Michelle Williams. Recently filming for Spielberg's Fabelmans and Kelly Reichardt's showing up.
G5 pony figures are now available at Family Dollar. Family Dollar? Where's Family Dollar? Yeah, whatever. Probably none near here anyway. The first photos for the Flash Season 8's Armageddon crossover has been revealed. It features the first look at Despero in human form. It's funny. This stuff just works better in TV form than movie.
Well, filming has started for Mandalorian Season 3. Doing Certified Fresh, 89% out of 93 reviews.
Ooh. The entire original Japanese voice cast for Cowboy Bebop will return for the Japanese dub of the live-action Netflix series. Nice.
Spence, Keenan, Shipka, Alexandria, Dario, Kessler Wildflower. Following a girl from birth penetration, navigates life parents with an intellectual disability.
Ticket to Paradise, starring Julia Roberts, George Clooney, Billy Lord, and Caitlin Dever, is set for a wide release 1st, 2022. A divorced couple team up and travel to Bali to stop their daughter from making the same mistake they made 25 years ago. Okay.
This is closing a deal for No Hard Feelings with Stupinitsky directing. Edgy comic vehicle for Jennifer Lawrence. Where's this company being a bit teacher and something about Mary. Also written by Stravinsky. Previous experience including Office, Good Boys, Bad Teacher. Took tones of 1983. Just give this a spec teacher. Let's pay 25 million. Marking her third $20+ million paycheck following Don't Look Up and the untitled Sue Minger's spy pick.
The long-awaited next episode of Nickelodeon's It's Pony is scheduled to premiere October 28th at 8 p.m. on Nicktoons.
Dragonstein Realms for December 23rd, Hulu Peacock. I remember doing a lot of edits for this one. IATSC AMPTP reached an agreement. New film TV contract, which averted a threatened nationwide strike.
Huh. For them.
New Lucas shirts, Ciao Roberto, premiering November 12th on Disney Plus.
A trailer for Harriet the Spy has been released. The series premieres on Apple TV Plus on November 15th. Viacom CBS will start selling NFTs based on their library of film and TV through a partnership with Recur. Great. This one. Like...
There's always going to be some sort of beef with them.
NFTs are worthless. You're paying money for basically nothing. An anime series based on the Twisted Wonderland mobile game has been picked up at Disney Plus. Also at Disney Plus, they've picked up an anime adaptation of Summertime Rendering and let's see now, Yojohan Time Machine Blues. Yeah, it's an anime series that's a sequel to the Tatami Galaxy.
Christmas movie getting transferred for the new Clifford movie. Theaters Paramount Plus. Released November 10th. Same day as Pollex. King of Atlantis Chapter 1, no streaming on HBO Max.
A trailer for Olaf Presents, a series of original shorts, has been released.
Series
It premieres on Disney Plus. What?
series premiering November 12th on Disney Plus.
Yep. Alien director Sir Ridley Scott says Noah Hawley's TV series will never be as good as the first film. Like, ooh.
Passive Batman teaser ahead of DC Fandom, which there'll be a grip on that later.
Mm-hmm. Cinebird Entertainment has listing of 4 possible 44-minute G5 specials and 23 episodes for their current pipeline. Also, a small animated story from G5 2022 series was posted, although wasn't there a thing later on that as like, wait, no, never mind about that?
I was gonna say, at this point in time, that has recently been questioned.
Yeah.
Within 3 weeks, still holding in within 3 weeks. G5 still holding a 90% critic, 89% audience on RT.
Nice. Actor Jamie Costa's uncanny Rob Miller impression as fans claim for a biopic of the late actor.
Can definitely see something coming out of that. Adidas dropping Hubble-inspired forum lows shoes for the holidays. Let's promote Sir Witcher Season 2, which comes December 17th. Your character was for Geralt. Yennefer, subject of a new age.
Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2 will arrive on January 2022.
Hints of another Ghostbuster installment after Afterlife. Rumors are running into one, so we'll see.
Larry David is back with new guest stars and a host of new problems in Curb Your Enthusiasm Season 11 trailer. Star Wars will have a video game announcement on December 14th. Okay, sure. Hopefully it's a good game.
'13th Doctor's final season has finished filming.
Yep.
director has read the story of intent and wants to make a feature film. Paul Rudd has nothing but love for Jonathan Majors in Quantumania. Loved everything he's done. See what he's doing in this. Knocked out by it. Jamie Lee Curtis stressed his mother's Psycho character for the Halloween Kills premiere.
Nice. Samuel L. Jackson has confirmed that he's now joined the Secret Invasion shoot.
Fight or flight for Halle Berry in trailer for direct trilogy Be Bruised. Stuff from the Hollywood Review for Entertainment Weekly. Really fun to watch Alfred Molina attempt to do a new way filming doc. Originally, they were puppets. When we did it, they were elementary CG. Now we have to be the finale for the Homecoming trilogy. If looking at different characters again, you'll be seeing a very different version. Fight scenes a lot more visceral, a lot more hand-to-hand combat. But once it's so much more fun than we did in the previous two. One scene didn't know if this would be the last time all working together, sharing that moment. Was made the best day I ever had on set. Don't think I ever cried like that.
The new Hawkeye. Go ahead.
That last clip, by the way, was him working with Zendaya and Jacob Bolton.
Yeah. So the new Hawkeye teaser is announced that the first two episodes are for November 24th. Nice. Also for Hawkeye, a new look at Rogers the musical.
Lisa Vikander says she and Mish Green still planning Tomb Raider 2. Hoping that we get on track and get to do something together. Head of DC Fandom, Matt Reeves shared a teaser photo from the trailer. Once again, we'll get to that later.
The Straw Hats battle the Beast Pirates in an epic new promo art for One Piece's 1000th episode. Yeah, it's like 1,000 episodes, and people wonder why essential episode lists are a thing. Like, unless I have nothing better to do, I am not watching all the filler episodes of something like Detective Conan, which also has about 1,000 episodes. Like, I'll be sticking strictly to the canon episodes and the movies.
Got a trailer for Peter Jackson's Beatles Get Back documentary series coming to Disney Plus November 25th. Arthur Duvall, Gamer, Friends, Dremeth, Fuck Henschel, Courtney Ford, Brendan Roth, Woodworth Miller returning for the 100th episode of Legends of Tomorrow.
Ethan Hawke stars in the first trailer for Scott Derrickson's The Black Phone. The film releases on February 4th in theaters.
Leonard Zeus, Simu Leo, starring in the new trailer for Women's Sisters. This is going to be another touchy one. Ray claims she did not make anti-vax remarks on the set of Wakanda Forever. Anyone who knows or has worked with knows that I work incredibly hard at my craft, and the main focus is always to do work that is impactful and inspiring.
Eternals is estimated to have earned $2.6 million in the film's first 24 hours of advanced ticket sales. It's about 86% ahead of Shang-Chi, $1.4 million, and 30% ahead of Black Widow, $2 million over the same period of time. Like, okay.
Next Halloween film, Halloween Ends, take place around the same time as when the film releases and deal with the pandemic and nuclear politics.
Pity.
Another bold move.
WandaVision, the official Marvel Studios collector's special, is now on sale. The hardcover companion features set photography, episode breakdowns, and bonus interviews with the cast.
Affleck Lloyd, Ty Sheridan stars in the trailer for Clooney's Tenderbar.
We have a first look at Killer Croc in Batwoman Season 3. Daniel Craig says he's been going to gay bars to avoid the aggressive dick swinging in hetero bars. Quote, I've been going to gay bars for as long as I can remember. One of the reasons because I don't get into fights in gay bars that often. Like, fair enough.
Junk Ryan, ready for season 4 at Amazon with Grubber himself, Michael Pena, is set to join the cast. Quote from Netflix, writing less duelist themes. Part of what we wanted to point out was the extent to which corrupt, morally bankrupt, and misogynic institutions create people who reflect those values. Shannon, Amelia Clark, Dane DeHaan, got Nick Daly, starring in Joseph McCarthy by Peck. Man behind anti-communist doctrine McCarthyism to understand what drove him down to then proceed a path. Venom's socialism, trials, Demag Oguri.
Bradley? Mm-hmm.
Jason Segel star in Apple TV cover series Shrinking. Serving also 60% alongside and right alongside Britt Goldstein and Bill Lawrence. Jenny Clint starring in Mafia Mama, action comedy about Smickle inherits screen with this mafia empire. Kathleen Hardick, previously known for Twilight, tasked to direct production set to begin late spring next year in Italy.
Apple TV's comedy series Loot, starring Maya Rudolph and MJ Rodriguez, is expected to premiere next year. It follows a woman whose seemingly perfect life is upended after her husband leaves her with nothing but $87 billion. Is this gonna be one of those oh, oh, look, she has 87 billion. Look at how hard life is for her. Kind of deals. Think of the poor billionaires out there. Like, I'm sorry, with a description like that. Yeah.
Let's just say with my previous sort of such obsession, which has tone and sense, it was not uncommon for me to occasionally run into something like her.
Yeah.
And names have tendency to stick. This Partridge from No Holmes, set star in Ferryman. Epic fantasy romance, adapted from the novel trilogy Claire McFall, Soye. Dresden, mysteriously being tests with the departed souls, threw them both into the afterlife.
M. Night's next thriller has been titled Knock at the Cabin. The film will be releasing on February 3rd, 2023. I wonder what the last-minute plot twist in this one will be.
Get a poster for Mothering Sunday. Okay, Collinsworth. David Green.
David Gordon Green.
What
Go
timing?
ahead. Yep.
Green to direct all three in the new Exorcist trilogy. Mr. Jr. Ellen Burstyn, starring Jr. is a father. Burstyn is potentially the priest, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. Jason Blum on the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Quote, "It's really tough to crack. We've written multiple scripts. It's taken longer than I hoped to get the right story, but we're a long ways from giving up. I'm confident eventually I will figure it out." Like, on one hand, the, the overarching plot of the series is rather interesting and a tough nut to crack. On the other hand, the creator of the series is a complete and absolute dick. So it's like, do I really want to support this?
Years ago, back when it came out, I was more into the Angry Birds movie as opposed to Five Nights getting a movie. Five Nights getting a movie.
Mm.
Time goes by.
Wait,
Time goes by though. It's kind of frustrating though.
yeah. And like, wait, didn't we basically get a Five Nights at Freddy's movie? Like, wasn't that basically what the Banana Splits movie was? Also, wasn't it like a Nicolas Cage film or something that... Hold on. Nicolas Cage... IMDb... Yeah. Nicolas Cage also did that with Willy's Wonderland. And hey, it's a Nicolas Cage film. You know what? At the very least, it'll be amusing.
With
That's like
that,
Nicolas Cage guarantee.
with that, I'm expecting a lot of comparisons when we eventually get it. Dylan Bryan as a guest star for Curb Your Enthusiasm 11. Rachel Weisz, Storm produced legendary adaptation of Claims, suspense novels. Shaughness on a Wet Afternoon. Self-proclaimed psychic medium convinces her husband to kidnap a child, so she helps the police solve crime.
Mm-hmm.
Skyphobia gets alongside Justin Timberlake, Del Toro, Soapstone, Michael Pitt, Scott Gleason, Matilda Lutz in Netflix Reptile. Del Toro's a detective turns of murder by young real estate agents. Nothing is as it seems.
Joe Russo doesn't see a resurgence of independent movies at theaters. Quote, you get more money to make them digitally. It's easy for Netflix to greenlight. Nobody bothers you creatively. Movies will evolve. I'm not sure what theaters will look like, but it'll be more premium. It is already premium. I mean, look at how much they charge you for a drink. Want a bottle of water? Ah, yes, that'll be $5.50.
Nokia released a new version of the classic brick phone for its 20th anniversary.
Huh. First look at Elizabeth Olsen as cheery ex-murderer Candy Montgomery in Love and Death. Like, huh. Why not? Sure.
Lee Curtis pushed hard for Halloween Kills, focused on the straight woman. Genre that's been primarily driven by men. Here's a franchise driven by women. Teaser back to the back. Movie coming December 10th on Netflix.
Anthony Michael Hall playing Tommy Doyle in Halloween Kills. Quote, the arc is interesting because as a kid, he's afraid of the boogeyman. He was bullied. And then he comes back as a total fighter here in his middle age. Also with Halloween Kills, David Gordon Green on the gore in the film. Quote, subtlety is not this film. Perhaps it will return. But it's not in a movie called Halloween Kills. So let's just have fun with it. Let's give the audiences something to scream at.
Something from a Scarthic's interview with writing. He never became good friends. play music all the time. Timothy immediately went into the role of... So my dad didn't live with anything. Let that time to really flourish in a beautiful way. Permaclip from Eternals. Circuit says for musical numbers and being Cardos, starring Nicole Kidman and for Bardem. It's Lucy Bell and Sarah Nez. Numbers organic, not lava band. Rehearsals for too many girls. Two birds with a Desi in his orchestra. First 4 episodes. Know what you did last summer. Now on Amazon Prime.
Joe Russo comments on reports that he and Anthony are in talks for MCU return. Quote, it would be inappropriate for us to comment on a deal if we were in the middle of it. Fair enough.
Lindgren teasing return as Nereus in a new Lost Kingdom behind the scenes photo. Got a little behind the scenes thing for the Glowing Up music video. Jordan Islis, Nick Griffin, we're like Tom Wheeling to guest star and Superman and Lois. It's here we're in the fandom content. We got first footage from The Flash, trailing stills for Catwoman Hunted, which I can't tell if it's either anime or anime based. Cape Crusader, Bridge of Superman, both releasing in 2023, HBMX Cartoon Network. First 2 episodes of Phantom Season of Young Justice, now on HBMX.
Get a first look at Harley Quinn Season 3. As well as Batgirl movie concept art.
Next DC animated film, Green Lantern Blue Eye Powers, coming next year. Also got another animated DC film, Battle of Super Sons, coming next year also.
There's also concept art for the Blue Beetle suit. Very nice. And the first look at the Joker in DC Superhero Girls.
Story trailer for Gotham Knights. First official trailer for League of Super Pets. Coming November. Wonder Woman set to guest star in a TTG special for her 80th anniversary. First animated film for a Milestone series. Now in the works.
Teen Titans Go versus DC Superhero Girls, a crossover movie, will release in 2022 on Cartoon Network.
First I got Black Adam. Another TTG special featuring the Doom Patrol.
Well, they're really going all in on TTG. I mean, more so than before.
Haven't specified as to which Batman is coming in the Batgirl film. Two new posters for the Patterson film.
As well as a new look at Selena Kyle in the Batman trailer.
Flash series will finally get the gold boots. First look at Black Manta's new suit. And a behind-the-scenes photo. And look at new suit for Jason Momoa in the Lost Kingdom. So Squad Game trailer. Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash, Penguin, and others featured. Also trailer for Peacemaker.
Superman has a new mission statement now. Truth, justice, and a better tomorrow. Because good, I really, with how things are, I really do not like the American way. And I'm allowed to say that as an American.
It's been a bit ironic. It's been a bit ironic for a while, especially considering one of his lines in Superman vs. Elite / Action Comics 775.
Yeah.
World where dignity, honor, and justice are the reality we all share. In particular.
Mm-hmm.
Getting back to Doom Patrol, they've been renewed for a 4th season. First look at Keaton's return for The Flash. I was going to quite a bit of Ezra Miller. Supergirl.
Hmm.
Sam Manaville's in front of first look at Gwendolyn Christie's Lucifer. Flash teaser series dropping November 4th next year. Smallville guys appeared for the 20th anniversary.
Nice. That girl will have her iconic red hair, as confirmed by the directors.
Titans getting a 4th season.
And Cape Crusader executive producer. Oh. Are you gonna say something? Or are you just moving around? Like, yeah, executive producer Bruce Timm calls the upcoming show more Batman the Animated Series than Batman the Animated Series. There were certain limitations at that time on what they could do in terms of adult content and violence. J.J. Abrams calls Batman Cape Crusader an incredibly complex psychological story about someone in a way who needs to be redeemed, and which is kind of what the first season is about. Bruce Timm describes Batman Cape Crusader as a film noir set in a kind of timeless 40s world. The way we dealt with characters is going to be more modern in terms of inclusivity and representation. Okay. Sounds good.
Definitely quite a lot coming in. First look teaser for Avatou Vernace Naomi. Gonna look at Helen Mirren and Lou as Calypso and Hespera for Fear of the Gods. Also Rachel Zelgier. Jenkins reaffirms Wonder Woman 3 still in the works. Benson used Kilmer's spent suit during his costume test audition. Here's a look at the logo and cowl. Some cravats. This might be a lot interesting. See a character poster for Witcher Season 2. Live action
static. Oh.
There it went again.
The live action static movie is confirmed to be in the works. Randy McKinnon is writing the script with Michael B. Jordan producing the film. We also have logos for many of DC's current and upcoming projects. Okay. Pierce Brosnan is going to be Dr. Fate and Black Adam. Nice.
By Black Manta first look. Let's get done. First look at Flash really turned in Suicide Squad Justice League. Peacemaker coming January 13th. Cast list for League of Super Pets. Include Dwayne Johnson, John Krasinski, Kevin Killian, and Keanu Reeves. Cast list for Batman and Buried podcast. It's Duke, Jenna Rodriguez, and Sam Witwer. Complete animated series Blu-ray, currently on flash sale. $50% for limited time.
That's not right at all. That's not right at all. Batman isn't the Flash. Why would there be a flash sale for Batman? Makes no sense at all. As you can tell, I'm having way too much fun with this.
First look at Rosario Dawson, DMC, as well as Levi's return in Fury of the Gods. Lego will be making the 1989 Batmobile.
Nice.
Pennyworth Season 3 coming next year exclusively to HBO Max.
Got first look at Andy Serkis as Alfred in The Batman. God, that guy's like in everything that's really, really popular.
I have a feeling he's quite flexible, given his given earlier performances.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell also on the cast list as Penguin. Film releasing March 4th. Got the intro to Inside Job. Trailer to a live action Loudness Christmas, which comes Nickelodeon Paramount Plus November 26th. Trailer for Big Mouth Season 5 coming November 5th. Camp Cretaceous returning December 3rd.
Oscar Isaac calls Moon Knight the biggest and most challenging workload of his career. Quote, I found so much room to do things I've never done before. I couldn't wait to get to set and work.
Kenry is Jessica Henwick. Yeah, Dual Matin's second. Features a new look at Matrix Resurrections. with Mason calling his role a new Morpheus. Different iteration of the character. Little over halfway through filming Quantumania,
Hmm.
Dennis faced challenge distancing his student from Star Wars. Crazy the amount of stuff that's been taken out of novel to create Star Wars. You could say Star Wars is during adaptation of Dune. Marvel DS Shoe Collab, DON Issue 3, Carnage and Venom. Trailer for Doctor Who Flux. Thing coming Halloween.
The funny thing is, like, Doctor Who Flux, like, Flux. Where have I heard that? Oh yeah, the card game. Turns out there is a Doctor Who Flux already. You know that card game with the ever-changing rule sets? Yeah, they have that.
Okay.
Oh, we kill. Halloween Kills has earned 4.59 million in Thursday night previews at the domestic box office.
Yeah, what can you do? There's son of Daniel Day and the spell Johnny Kessler's and Gina Carrio in to run the prairie for Daily Wire.
Lego is developing a set for The Office. Like, okay.
Last year's certified fresh, 87% of 131 reviews.
Jennifer Coolidge will return for The White Lotus Season 2.
Reynolds to be taking a break from acting. Perfect time for Little's sabbatical from movie making.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. He's done good work. He deserves a break.
Harrier joining Trevent Rhodes, Iron Mike, Hulu's limited series surrounding Mike Tyson. The Bassoons, even though Luke Bracey on the adaptation of Taylor Jenkins Reid's Wanted Love, woman unexpectedly forced to choose between husband she is long thought dead and Vinci who finally run back to life. Critical Breaks The Woman, available for streaming on Netflix in UK and Ireland, starting November 26th. Golden Globe scheduled January 9th, same day as Critics' Choice, with or without telecast partner. Planning on revealing nominations December 13th, also same day Critics' Choice nominations. Previously reported critics are being allegedly pulled. The CCIA allegedly blocking from booking Beverly Hilton as venue. William Park, Lisa Buckham, and Fred Goodmez added to the cast of Hocus Pocus 2. Jennifer Lopez on set of Netflix's Mother. Female assassin comes out of hiding to protect the daughter she gave up years before while on the run from a dangerous man. Co-stars Paul Raci, Joseph Fiennes, Aubrey Hardwick, and Gael Garcia Bernal. Jenny Birchall, cast alongside Joe Roberts, Sean Penn, Carlos Valdez, Pat Oswald in stars working from Mike Gaslit. Birchall as Jay Jennings, son of Martha Mitchell, played by Roberts. Vina Veteran. Chase Reyes and Martha Jex to Vietnam. Thousands of workers on strike at John Deere. Lawyers and claim back-to-back wins. And 3 missing top 10s this week. bit of context for those starboards in question. Possible do well return, and also possible nod to laser shank. Fall 2021 updates of LOE's live.
Nice.
Got an intro for you just season 4, aka Phantoms. $31 million views in the first 24 hours for the Batman trailer.
Nice.
Charlotte Hilson spotted at the London screening of Dune. Emma Watson attended Earthshot Prize 2021, Alexandria Palace. That still starts 4.8 million opening weekend out of its $100 billion plus budget. No Time's Now overperforming. Total during 450 million worldwide. Sixth highest grossing film this year, within its third weekend release. June could potential release HBO Max one day early. Flash wrapped filming. Got some looks at the animated Wimpy Kid movie coming to Disney Plus.
FX on Hulu has decided to not move forward with season 2 of Y the Last Man. Showrunner Lisa Clark says they're committed to finding a new home for the series.
Got a teaser for the Treasure of Macbeth. Last Duel receives B+ in Cinema Score. Disney Television Animation working at a new decom. First in 5 years following Tangle Before or After. So they're expected to resume next year. long last our final goodbyes of the week. Ridley Thompson at 111, oldest Disney vet. Or potentially one of the oldest. Bob Heron was in Spartacus Diamonds of Forever and was a Rocky stuntman. Brian Geldner, Henschel Chair, CEO, G5 EP, and G4 movie producer. Victor Gregg, at the time one of the oldest World War II vets. David H. DePenty of the DePenty Freeling legacy, responsible for Pink Panther. Timmy O'Blank, American starring civil rights activist. Participated with MLK, probably amongst the eldest of vets. Dane Weyerman, producer Inconvenient Truth and RPG film. Dorothy Steele was in Black Panther and Jumanji Next Level. Reinhold Roth, Joanna Wells Racer. Brady Lynn, Anthony Griffith, and Jupiter Dozen. And Ron Tutt, one of Presley's drummers. Tomorrow night, of course, will cover most of this week's happenings, as well as finally wrap up Season 10.
Mm-hmm.
Until which... Stay safe, stay well, get maxed, pray for those boosts. And we will see you again at this point on the flip side. Take care.